For the assembly, take all 4 sheets and set them all out side by side in the same orientation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to glue between each of the pieces, and then we're going to attach the top piece on top of the balloon and then close it all together and wrap up the balloon. As you glue with rubber cement, just use a small amount along the parts that you folded, the little folds, and then just glue a little portion at a time and then seal it together and then do another portion. This is how we do it. All right, this will be the top where the, take 2. This is the top of the balloon where the lid will go, that square piece you made last, the 5th piece. So what we do is we're going to get these pieces side by side and glue up a little section at a time, attach it, glue a little more, attach it, glue a little more, and attach. If you glue the whole side at one time, the glue will dry before you get together, so just do about 6 inches at a time. So wipe off the excess glue, just get a little bit of glue on your brush. Wipe off the excess glue, just give a little bit of glue on the brush here. And with the fold down, put a little bit of glue on here, just a little bit, not much, about 4 to 6 inches. And then attach it right away and seal it by kind of, sliding your fingers along like that, and that's pretty well locked together. Make sure you don't get any glue on the tabletop. You don't want to glue the balloon to the table, just on the little fold. Once you have the 4 sides all attached, you take the top piece, which is the square piece, and again, all these folds that I have on the 4 sides are facing up. Take the top piece with the folds again facing up and attach it to one of the middle 2 pieces at the square top. Once your top is attached to one of the middle 2 pieces, it's time to close the balloon together. Grab yourself a lab bench and put it upside down on the table, and we're going to wrap the balloon around, seal it up, and then close the top. So you wrap the 4 sides around the lab bench, and you have all 4 sides. I'm going to close up 2 open sides first. I started by closing up the 2 sides that came together on the outside. I'll finish that up, then I'll attach the roof. Now for the roof, I have this orange side attached. I'm going to attach the side opposite that. Then I can get these 2 sides front and back. The beauty of this method is that the lab bench will hold the balloon in its natural shape. now the front and the back. I can just spin it around easily without doing any damage and get the last seal. There you go, all sides connected. Gently let it sit for a few minutes till the rubber cement hardens, push in the last one. Then we can slowly remove it and work on the bottom part down here. To remove it, just grab two opposite corners and lift it up. And then turn it upside down so that the four tapered sides are now up. And we'll just glue these the same way. All four of these tapers can be glued together. All right, to build the firebox, get a manila folder with the fold yet. Have the fold towards you. This is how you do it. Get the ruler, 25 centimeters down. Put a spot. Come up about halfway, 25 centimeters. Draw a line. Now measure 12.5 centimeters this way. 12.5 centimeters this way, draw a line across. Okay, and I cut this out. This will be the trash, and again the fold is down here towards me. So I cut this out. And then, again, the fold's down here towards me. If I open it up, it should be 25 by 25 roughly. Now, go check to make sure that it fits in your balloon first before we do the next step. You might need to trim it down a little smaller. If you're ready to go to the next step, what you do is, again, go back to folding it, and we'll measure in about 2 centimeters. Again, the fold's down here. It's opened all along these edges. I'm going to measure 2 centimeters here, 2 and 2 here. There's 2, 2. I'm going to eyeball this, again, 2 centimeters here. Once you see what 2 centimeters is, you can just draw it. And then 2 centimeters here as well. I'll cut this out, and then I'll have a big square, which will be my burn box for the balloon. It wouldn't hurt to round the corners to give a little strength in those corners. Now you open it up. This will be our burn box where our fire will be. We'll have some wires crossing in here. Next thing we'll do is get the hole punches. With the hole punch, we'll put a hole in the middle of the 4 sides. And again, you can just eyeball that up. It doesn't matter. Just eyeball it up. now we're gonna go glue this inside the open area of the balloon. All right, so here's the open end of the balloon. It's got a lantern. Here is the burn box. I'm gonna put this inside. I'm gonna fold over each side and put it inside the balloon, and then fold the paper. You almost knew two people would do this. Fold the paper onto the cardboard, go all around it. I should attach it. And there you have it, the cardboard firebox inside, attached on all four sides. Now we go check for leaks. Balloon's nearly complete. Next thing to do is check for leaks that we can repair and trap all the hot air inside so this thing flies better. So you take your balloon with the firebox on it already. I'm gonna have a fan set up that's on the tube. Now keep your fingers away from this end. This is the spinny end, the business end of this fan. There's no cage to protect you, so don't be stupid about it. And all you need to do is stick it into your balloon, the tube end, blowing air for you. And as you're holding it like this, you can have one of your teammates go around and check all the seams. It'll look pretty good, but you can stick a little glue in there, a little rubber cement, and tighten them up. Any holes you have, if you have a hole anywhere in here, just take a small piece of paper, it can be a different color even, a little bit of glue, put it right on there, and it'll patch it right up. The most important part to be sealed is the very top. The hottest air will go to the very top. Make sure it's sealed good up here. We're not that concerned about being sealed down here near the firebox. All right, let's go on to getting our wire and cotton ball attached. Last step for our sky lantern is to build the motor, which is a cotton ball soaked in methanol alcohol at launch time, and some wire to attach it to our firebox. So you can take two pieces of wire, each about 32 centimeters long. So I'll just open it up. About 32, give or take, centimeter or so. So it'll span across your firebox that you created in the last step of construction. Now, with our cotton ball and the wire, you need to feed the wire through the cotton ball. Takes a little work. We want one cotton ball, we want one wire going this way and the other wire going perpendicular to suspend the cotton ball inside your firebox. One end of the wire and right in the middle of the cotton ball, and just sort of do a small pressure, circular motion. Just trying to drill my way through there. My finger's on the back side, not pressing too hard. Don't poke yourself in the finger. Now the other one, of course, should go perpendicular. So I'm going to shove it through it, and just don't hit the same wire. There you have. Now we'll just attach this to the holes we have in our firebox, keeping it relatively taut. We're all set. The first thing you want to do is take each end of the wire and bend it in as a hook to keep the cotton ball from falling off. So that one's done. And this one, I'll put a big hook on them. Again, I've had it fall off, and that's a pain. I have to go redo it. So now I'll leave the one bent. I'm going to work on the one wire going across from left to right here. Let's just stick it in the hole that we punched. Just bend it for now. Across the other side. And then, again, because I put the hook in there, it didn't fall out, but I'm going to be careful here. Stick it through the hole. Bend it. And that's it. She's ready to fly.